This video contains sensitive discussions and visuals of medical procedures. Viewer discretion is advised.
I thought the hardest part would be the surgery. For 4 weeks, I was stuck like this, head pointed down. It was so exhausting. My name is Boon. I'm an outgoing person, I love sports, and I'm active. I never thought I'll be confined like this. 3 surgeries and a battle with gravity taught me just how fragile our sight is. This is my story. I never worried about serious eye problems for well over 45 years. I played badminton, cycled, I was active. My life was easy. It began suddenly in November 2023, a blur in my left eye. I planned to get it checked by asking my heart doctor to refer me to the eye clinic during my scheduled heart checkup at PPUM in January 2024. But the heart appointment was postponed from January all the way to August. Since I couldn't get a referral easily, I left it alone, thinking it wasn't serious. I just thought, tired eye only lah, get some rest. But in March 2024, the blur stayed. Then I saw it. A brownish sepia tone curtain, like looking through an old negative film, appeared. It blocked my view. And it was wobbling, getting bigger by the day. I even asked my wife to take a photo of my left eye, but the photo showed nothing unusual. Yet, the sepia tone curtain was there. My wife and family members instantly recognized the severity and urged me to get it checked ASAP. I finally went to Dr. Lee's clinic in Bandar Puteri Puchong, but I was there just to check my sinus. I was in my t-shirt, shorts and slippers. I wasn't prepared for anything serious, but I mentioned my eye problem to Dr. Lee anyway. Dr. Lee is a general practitioner which usually don't have the fancy equipment to see inside your eyes like a specialist. But Dr. Lee took a simple instrument and with amazing focus and skill, he checked my eye. He made me look up, down, left, right. He was diligent. And what he found was shocking, given the minimal equipment he had.
You need treatment now. Your retina has detached. If you wait even a few days, you could go permanently blind.
Dr. Lee's skill saved me precious time. Without his quick, accurate diagnosis, I might have waited until it was too late. I felt heartbroken. 1 minute I was asking about my sinus, the next I was being told to rush to A&E. I was shocked. I asked if I could delay it. He said no, but quickly I made my decision. I had to be brave. I had to fight to save my eye. I then rushed to A&E with my mum. We waited for an hour or so. The A&E doctor then looked at the referral letter and briefly checked my eyes. He then said might not be detachment. I hoped he was right, but time was ticking. I was then referred immediately to the eye clinic for a more detailed check. At the eye clinic, Dr. Rachel and Dr. Melissa did the detailed scans. They did OCT, optical coherence tomography and fundus scan. Moments later, they confirmed the worst. The tear was huge, and the retina was just millimeters away from dragging down my optic nerve. They warned me. If it drops further and drag your optic nerve, even with surgery, your vision wouldn't be more than 50%. I was hit with sadness and disbelief. I wasn't ready to face something this serious, but I had to pull myself together immediately. There was no time to mourn. They warned me about the massive cost, around Rm 7 to 8,000. They gave me a choice, pay for immediate treatment or choose the government route, which would be cheaper but would involve a significant delay. It was a direct battle of cost versus saving my eyesight. I didn't hesitate. I chose immediate action. My sight was worth everything. I had to fight to save it. While waiting to be admitted, we heard it. A nurse was quietly sobbing. Then it eventually turned to crying. It was the fasting month and the clinic was supposed to be closed so everyone could go home and break fast.
Kenapa dia kena masuk hari ini? Takkan dia akan buta kalau bukan hari ini? Kenapa tak hantar ke A dan A? Betul, kalau tak masuk hari ini dia akan jadi buta. Sebenarnya dia dihantar dari A and E.
Hearing that conversation, the sacrifice the medical team was making, putting my emergency above their own important family time, it hit me. It wasn't just my battle. They were fighting for me too. And because of that urgency, Dr. Melissa found a miracle slot. The retinal specialist had a cancellation and I was bumped up the list. I was going to surgery tomorrow. I was rushed to the ward. I tried to walk my mom to the exit downstairs, but the nurse stopped me. Dr. Rachel's words were the final warning.
Boon, best not move too much. Gravity is your enemy now.
Gravity? My ally in sports, now my enemy in the hospital. I was officially in a new world. I hadn't had dinner and had to fast after midnight. All I had were few biscuits my mom brought. It was the fasting month, and yet later that evening, my surgeon, Dr. Mariam, made it a point to come and assess me right after breaking her fast. She sat down, checked my eyes, and explained my critical situation and the surgery in detail. Her commitment was amazing. They also rushed me for an X-ray and blood test to get all the pre-ops check done immediately. I checked in the night before without anything, so the next early morning, my wife and mom rushed in early. They brought me essential items like clothes, toothbrush, and some food. Then, they immediately rushed off to the pharmacy to buy all the necessary surgical items. My wife hadn't even had her breakfast yet, only a quick cup of coffee from the vending machine. Their heroic act of the day was their dedication to me. Because of my last-minute admission and the hole in my heart, the cardio doctor and anesthetic doctor came to interview me and check every detail. At 10:30 a.m., the items arrived in the ward. The ward doctor and nurses gave it a check. They were incredible for acting so fast and diligently. Now, it's time to say goodbye to my wife and mom. I was wheeled into the operation room at noon. Counting down from 10, and total blacked out. For 2 hours, I was asleep. I woke up in the recovery room asking what time it was. I could hear the nurses' voices, distant and muffled, but I immediately heard one say,
Patient sudah bangun dan terus conscious.
They told me it was almost 2:30 p.m. I was so relieved. The surgery was done. I was pushed back to the ward and the first thing I asked was for my mobile phone. I had to message my family to let them know that I was awake. I was so hungry, I immediately ate 2 muffins. Later, made friends with my neighbor, Uncle Nades, who was there for his cataract surgery. Then, the bandage came off. My eye was bright red like a zombie. I could only see faint blurry shapes in black and white. The nurses taught me how to apply the antibiotic eye drops and that I had to sleep sideways on my right side or head down. Eye drops need to apply every 2 hours. I couldn't sleep much that night, but every time I woke up, I made sure I applied those drops myself without waiting for the nurses. I was determined to do my 50% part right from the start. The next morning, Dr. Mariam arrived with her team, including Dr. Andrew and Dr. Leonard. This was the moment of truth. After a detailed check, they confirmed great news. My eyes were stable. My eye pressure was 14, which is a great reading, well below the worry level of 20. The first phase of surgery had been a success. My surgeon, Dr. Mariam, explained that the recovery with the final rule. Boon, your retina is like a piece of wallpaper. We paste it back. But the success is 50% mine and 50% yours. But then, the doctors found lattice degeneration in my good eye, which is the right eye. Another quick laser fix was needed. After the laser, I felt cleared to go home. I was so happy and excited to be leaving the hospital. My mom and sister arrived. I have my lunch while waiting for the discharge letter. Once everything was cleared, I quickly got changed, went downstairs to pay, and we took Uncle Taxi home. The doctors had done their 50%. Now, the real battle. My 4 weeks of strict recovery begins.